It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
I have got your number one tip in regards to AI coming up momentarily. Okay, it's number one. You do not want to miss it. It's an automatic. You've got to have this in your bag. Get ready. Also, at the end of the podcast, we're going to sprinkle in some sports. I try to stay away from sports a lot on the podcast, but it's in my bones. It's in my bones, so I can't ignore it all the time. Thanks for checking out the Sean Widmer Podcast. I appreciate it. It is later Sunday night. I am exhausted. And my wife has been gone. Technically she left Friday morning, but she was out Thursday night and gets back Monday night. And it has been a wonderful weekend with my kids. Wonderful. I've had so much fun. Great bonding with Huck and Woods and Olivia. Just great. And we've done a lot of fun things, and we've tried a bunch of activities, and we've been in and out of the house. When we're out of the house, we're doing stuff. In the house, we tried to do a bunch of stuff. My daughter has got into creating comic books. That has been a really fun thing for me as a comic book lover. And thanks to Captain Underpants for this one. Captain Underpants hit my house guns a-blazing. And the kids in that book series, they do a comic book. And so Olivia is into making comic books, and they're the cutest thing in the world. So she worked for the first half of the Seahawks game on making comic books today over at the table, Arts and Crafts World. It was great. Super cute. Anyways, a great weekend with them, but my goodness, holy smokes, I'm tired. I'm a tired dad. They wear you out slowly sometimes, but surely. Sometimes they just come and wear you out right to your face. We had a field trip for my daughter to the pumpkin patch on Friday. I don't think I'm going to get into that yet. But I think at some point I will get into. In fact, I need to put it in my notes, maybe for Wednesday. I've got to talk. My daughter is doing something insane, and we're going to get into that on Wednesday. So there's a long tease. I just got to make sure. And all right, cool. Okay, so I'm tired. So know that going into tonight's episode. But I want to tell you a lock. If you have a father-in-law, this may work with dads too, just in general. But if you have a father-in-law, you have got to. It's the number one thing you can do if you have a father-in-law. You have got to teach them how to use AI when it comes to photographs. Period. Do yourself a favor. The second you're around your father-in-law, the next time you're around him, just show him how ChatGPT or whatever your AI program is, how you can put in a picture, put in prompts. You're welcome. Your life has changed. You are the hero of the family now. Congratulations. My father-in-law learned this weekend how to put a picture into his, well, I don't even know what AI he's using, but he figured out how to put a picture into AI, type in the prompt, and it has been all J all weekend. He has been dominating the text thread, and we are in a great spot right now. It's just an automatic win because as a husband, as a spouse, as a sibling, and whatever this may be, we have access to AI, but there are rules with how you can use it and sensitivities and all that. But if you're dad, you can do whatever you want. You can blame age at some point. You can just be dad. This man is on a terror right now, and it will happen at your household too. If you just teach your father-in-law how to use AI in pictures, you are so welcome for this. And it's just no holds barred. It's the Wild West. No picture is safe anymore. And it's going to revolutionize how the family chat is used because, the girls, my wife has two sisters, they will send pictures in the family thread and, they're cute and all that. It's a war zone in there now. My father-in-law, who I think looks through and he's like, another picture. Now to him, these are little nuggets of gold we have thrown into his lap as he now takes these pictures and he has access to the prompts. So the world is going to be wonderful. And this is heading into the holidays. What a great thing. It's going to be great at the holidays. All these holiday pictures that get shared in the family thread. Oh, make sure if you took pictures, send them to us. They're now on my father-in-law's phone. And AI is going to revolutionize our Thanksgiving meal this year. Our Christmas is never going to be the same thanks to AI. This is one of the great uses of it. People, talk about all the AI, and we're going to talk AI a little more here in a second because I gotta mess with something this weekend, and I messed with it. I did. But, there's all these negative thoughts about AI and all this, it's going to take over the world. But before it does, just get your father-in-law in on it. Get your father-in-law in on it. Let him know what to do with pictures and prompts. And before AI kills us all, he's going to have some fun with it. We're going to get some cheap laughs after it or out of it. I guarantee you at some point, there is going to be a fight in my family because my father-in-law is going to get more and more comfortable with these pictures as time goes on. And he's going to get more and more fun with these prompts. And all the son-in-laws riding donkeys is the least of our concerns. Okay. My wife, like I said, has been gone for a while. And my father-in-law was like, you know what, you need to send her this picture. And he put me in a swimming pool with all these swimming pool babes. And he was like, just tell her you're interviewing new babysitters. I said, well, I enjoy my life, but see, this is where we go. And he can do it. See, if he wanted to fire that text off, I could never, I would die. But my father-in-law, dad, can do that. He can fire it off in the group chat and say, hey, just so you know, Anna Sean is out interviewing babysitters while you're gone. And then it's funny, and he can, I'm just telling you now, teach your father-in-laws out there how to use ChatGPT, whatever. I don't know what the other ones are. Whatever AI you use to modify pictures, show them how to do it. It's great. And the other thing that I'm going to love is my father-in-law is now, he hasn't paid for an app in his life, right? There's no app he pays for. He doesn't pay for Spotify. He's not paying for YouTube Premium. He's not paying for Apple Music. He's not paying for Disney Plus. None of these things that I think a lot of people on their phone pay for. You just have a couple apps you're paying for. This man is going to pour money into the AI ones. It's going to be his first subscription on his phone, his AI ones, because this is it. He has been given a gift. Okay, enough on that. We've beat the dead horse, which I guarantee you, next time someone does something bad and ticks him off, we are going to go straight Godfather, and there will be a picture of one of his daughters in a bed with a horse head. For sure. Godfather's coming out. He's coming out, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to be in the text thread now, right? If you've been in a family text thread and you are married into the family, a lot of times you'll get in the text thread and you read text and you go, why am I in this text thread? And I've got, my wife has sisters, it's girls. And we start going down, the lane of so-and-so crossed me. And so now we have, 50 texts later, we have got a plan in place of how we are going to avenge whoever it was that got cut off by someone in a line somewhere. Or, some juicy gossip on a former high schooler, something that happened to him. And, I'm in the middle of the hot goss. And they, so that text thread, you're in it. You can't leave it because then you just are the jerk who left the family text thread. But now father-in-law, who has never posted in it, is about to get real active. All right. Well, like I said, we've gone too far. Sora. Do you know about Sora? Sora 2 was where I spent my weekend, and it was wild. It's a AI video app that's out there. They just released Sora 2. So you have the Sora app, Sora 2. Now, you don't just get it. You have to get a code. You have to get right now it's not free to get into. It's not wide open. You have to know someone who has the app. They have to have a code available, and then they share the code with you, and then you get 2 codes to share, and that's how people are getting into it right now, so it's not overwhelmed. I'm sure it's just the server space is insane on this thing. And so you're gonna do 30 of these a day. It's kind of like Instagram Reels or TikTok. And you enter a prompt like you would in ChatGPT for whatever, it is you're looking for. But this one, you get to do videos, right? So I could, put one in right now as I'm watching the Mariners. Make it look like the Mariners can play offense. And then, it would say, well, you can't do that because there are legalities to copyright infringement on the Mariners jersey, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's video stuff. And you can scan your face in, and you can use your face in these videos. So I spent, so much time on Friday and Saturday, with Sora, I made 60 videos because you get 30 a day. And watching my kids watch these videos was hilarious because I was putting myself in crazy situations. I was asking Olivia, what would you like to see Dad do? And she's like, I want to see you throw Steve's lava chicken into the air. I said, let's do it, girl. Put the prompt in, show my handle at Bomberooski throwing the lava chicken in the air. And it does it. And my daughter's like, is that real? And you can see the terror in AI and what the problem is. But we did this for hours and just thinking of little prompts, typing them in, and then Huck and Olivia just laughing forever, right? Have Dad rip the biggest fart in the world. We had to start there. I mean, that's where you're going to start. Well, then I got into, you can't put other people into Sora. So I couldn't have a picture of the three of us and have Sora bring all three of us to life. You can only have yourself, the owner of the account. I think that's smart for it, obviously. Otherwise, things are going to get really wild. But what I could do is take pictures of my kids' toys and, more importantly, their stuffed animals. And so I was taking pictures of my daughter's bunny, which is her favorite stuffed animal forever. She's got it everywhere with her. And my son's dog. And I was bringing them to life. And these videos were wild because the reaction they got wasn't just amazement and funny, but it was this, you could see it in my kids' eyes. This is Toy Story. Our toys are alive. You somehow got video of the time where we leave the room and everything comes to life like in Toy Story. How did you get this video? And so as much as they were laughing and kind of understood it, both of them believed this to be real. And I caught my son later in the day talking to his doggy as if it was Guys, you heard it live. The big dumper just hit a home run. The big freaking dumper, man. You got to watch out for the guy because right now it is 1-1. And he hit us farther than George Springer did. Oh! I got to fire off some texts. Let's go. Big dumper, baby. Okay. Okay. Chill out. It's 1-1, baby. Bryce Miller is pitching against the Blue Jays. It's 1-1. George Springer, cheater, hit a bomb to start this game. And now in the sixth inning, Cal Raleigh had 60 home runs this season. He's the catcher for the Mariners. He's the best Mariner of all time because he hit 60 home runs. A stand by it. You can't argue it. And he just hit a bomb in the ALCS in Toronto. Suck it, Gausman. Yes. All right, it's 1-1. So now you chip away, baby. Oh, I love this. Sorry, that was way too much excitement right there. Who cares about Sora? Let's talk about sports, shall we? Oh, I'm fired up right now. Sorry, this is terrible podcasting. But when Dumper hits a home run live during the podcast recording, okay, hang on. Oh, I almost just read a text I cannot read. That's hilarious. I just, all I can say is I love this idea. I almost said something terrible. Not terrible. It's not bad. But I shouldn't, can't read that stuff. Okay. So that didn't help the podcast any. Now my phone is on fire right now. 1-1 Mariners. So it was Friday night was awesome. Watching game 5 of the ALDS. It started out great for me. My daughter, when my wife is gone, my daughter sleeps in our bed. And so it was great. So she got to bed. She normally goes to bed between 7:30 and 8. And so we were taking a little longer than normal to get ready for bed. And it trickled over to the game starting. I said, okay, babe, I'm going to watch the Mariners game. You can keep your eyes open. I'm putting it on my laptop, and you can watch with me. She said, okay. And she doesn't know a lot about baseball. So I'm explaining to her, who now her brain can comprehend sort of how the sports work. I can explain things to her. I tell her this is Dad's team. And she laid in bed while she was falling asleep, head on my shoulder, watching the Mariners, asking me questions. Do you like that guy? I'm like, yeah, babe, that's Julio Rodriguez. He stinks right now, but I love him, right? Do we like that guy? Absolutely. We do not like anyone in the Tigers jerseys right now. We like them other times. Like Scooball, I like any other time except for right now. Okay? Love him. But I'm like, I was trying to explain, like, we don't like him when he's playing. Gosh dang, the replay of that home run. Cal hit all of it, baby. He hit all of it. That's a bomb right there, dude. Okay. So she watched this first part of this game, and I was like, this is so awesome. I'm going to fall in love with watching sports with my kids, for sure. And I can just see these years coming up when the kids get bigger and they start to be able to stay up a little later. Because here on the East Coast, these games are late, right? 8 o'clock. The Mariners game on Friday night goes 15 innings. It ends at 1. It ends after 1 o'clock. I think it was 1:08. Gosh dang, dumper. Way to go. I think it was 1:08. And we had the next day soccer. I needed to be at the soccer field at 8:15. Okay. And I've got all 3 kids, a 1-year-old, 3-year-old, 5-year-old. And it was chaos. I went to bed at 2 o'clock. I couldn't wind down because I'm fired up from the Mariners winning, going to the ALCS. And I'm trying to get my adrenaline down Friday night. Couldn't do it. Fell asleep right before 2 o'clock. And my son, Huck, wakes up at 6:15. So I'm on 4 hours, 15 minutes of sleep. Which is less time than the actual baseball game was. And we're now in it for the day, right? We're in it for the day. I'm a parent to 3 for the day. Thank goodness my daughter went to a friend's house in the afternoon for a little bit, so that was great. A little break, just the boys. And going from 3 to 2 does matter. So anyhow, that night was great, and it was so fun, regardless of how it affected the next day with me being tired and trying to fight grumpiness. It's so great. And watching the Mariners win that game and knowing there is an absolute chance that the Mariners make it to the World Series. The Blue Jays are really good, but you get through a 5-game series, you beat one of the defending Cy Young in a Game 5, and you move on to the ALCS, there is magic a-brewing, right? There's magic brewing, and that matters in baseball. It does. It matters in a lot of sports. There is momentum. There is the whole factor of yes, there are X's and O's, there are stats, there are all these things, but you throw a lot of stuff out of the window when momentum is happening. And I guess the kids now would say when the vibes are happening. And that's what's happening with the Mariners. They won a 5-game series against one of the best pitchers in baseball, and they're cruising. And now they got Raleigh hitting bombs in Game 1 of the ALCS. There's some magic here. And there's 4 teams left, and they could be one of them. So it's exciting. The Seahawks are really good. I told you it'd be a little bit of sports. I'm very discombobulated right now. The Seahawks are really good. For those who help support the podcast, if you like it enough to support the podcast and you got a couple bucks to throw at it every month to support it, without the support from the Patreon members who listen to this podcast, it doesn't happen. I can't pay for the stuff, the server space, the things I use to make the podcast work, the programs I use. They are all thanks to the Patreon members. And every day I put a video up on Patreon, a little 3 to 6 minute video. And I talked about Sora. I put some of my Sora videos up there this last weekend, so you can check those out. Talked about Mariners, talked about Seahawks, but I mentioned Seahawks today. And the fact they're really good. They are really good. They're in the best division in football, arguably. 3 teams are 4-2. Arizona's 2-4. It's at least a top 3 division. It's a top 2 division. I could see the NFC North arguing with us overall top to bottom, but NFC West is wildly good. Niners are 4-2. Seahawks are 4-2. Rams are 4-2. Sorry, I thought a guy just got hit by a pitch. He did not. So it's a really good division. And the Seahawks losses, the one to the Niners, they got beat by the Niners. Straight up got beat by the Niners. But the Bucs game was there. Bucs are really good. Right? So it's 4-2, but you could look at 5-1. I know you could look the other way at some potential losses. But 4-2 is a really good spot to be at right now. They looked good today against the Jags on the road in Jacksonville. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. If you want to hear some hot takes, watch the Patreon video. I got to be done tonight. I got to go watch the rest of this Mariners game. Hey, I really appreciate you taking time to listen to the podcast. I appreciate people who interact with it. It means the world to me. I love doing this. I love recording this. I hope you're getting enjoyment out of it. Thank you so much for checking it out. Kelly M., by the way, over at seanslife.com, where you can leave a comment. He was commenting on the Mariners. No bandwagon here. Word. I will say this. Kelly McGillis, worked with him at their old radio station up on the South Hill decades ago. That man wore a Mariners jacket to work every single day for 3 straight years. Every day he brought it. Whether it's hot, cold, didn't matter. He at least had it. Sometimes the studios get freezing, so you wanted to bring a jacket in or a sweatshirt. He always had the Mariners one. So I love it. It was always good, always great to see him in there. So yeah, no bandwagon for Kelly. He has been on it since day one. All right, I got to be done. Love y'all. Mean it. Go Mariners. I'm discombobulated.